What are the common problems you as an elderly person may experience? Chronic, long-term, physical disease and disability. You may suffer from osteoarthritis, heart disease, cataracts, or have a stroke. These and many other illnesses can result in some kind of physical or mental disability. Poor resistance against disease. You become stricken with illnesses such as cold and flu or pneumonia much easier, due to a decline in your body's resistance against disease. It also takes longer for your body to recover from illness than before. Mental illness. You may develop illnesses such as dementia. Mental decline, forgetfulness, poor concentration, and slower thinking may be common things you experience. Lack of physical strength and energy. The lifting, carrying, pushing, pulling, moving, and handling of objects require more effort from your side. Your movements are also much slower. It therefore takes much longer for you to stand up, walk, dress yourself, wash and care for your body. Doing basic household tasks, doing the dishes and driving the car also require more effort. Increased care and concern. Thoughts regarding the general and financial well-being of your family, close friends, or even fellow believers when you are deceased, may be more common now. Your greatest concern will however be regarding their spiritual condition, with strong desires for them to come to repentance or spiritual restoration. Feelings of guilt and regret. You wonder from time to time why you did not do certain things differently. You might still be remorseful over these things of your past, e.g. why you did not set a better example for your children more often, while they were still teenagers and young adults. Bitterness. This is usually due to wrong things people did to you many years ago already. These things caused you to suffer financially, emotionally, socially, or otherwise, such as a close friend who stole a large sum of money from you. Stubbornness. The elderly are often set in specific ways of doing things, and are therefore unwilling to change or let go of these habits. They usually state that they have done these things and in a particular manner for many years already, which have been sufficient for them all along. Lack of personal care and attention. Even though their physical and mental condition do not warrant it, some elderly parents are placed in old age homes or with other, more distant relatives. This is often due to the fact that their children or grandchildren do not feel like struggling with the health problems and general behavior of the elderly in their own home settings. Lack of interest and concern. There may be an infrequent show of interest by children, grandchildren, or other close relatives of the elderly person. Concerns for the aged person's well-being are often limited to what they see on the surface. They are simply not bothered with what happens to the elderly, and some may even verbalize that they couldn't care less. This don't care attitude is often clearly reflected in their manner of speaking to the aged person. Disrespect and disregard. Younger people may be disrespectful toward the elderly and treat them as if they are mentally ill. They also show open disregard for the spiritual and moral values which the elderly taught them in earlier years, and then usually indicate that these things are old-fashioned and are no longer relevant for today's changing world. Lack of appropriate handling. Some elderly people are treated as if they are disabled, even though they do not have any illness or disability. Others are treated as if they are totally helpless, whereas they only have a mild or partial disability. Lack of finance. The majority are dependent on a meager government social security grant, old age pension, due to the fact that they are not physically and mentally capable of working for themselves anymore, and because the money from their work pension have dried up already. The pension or retirement annuities of others or that of their deceased spouses might also be insufficient, even though it might be significantly more than an ordinary state pension. Struggling to keep track of societal changes, this especially includes changes in financial procedures like tax regulations and interest rates, new technology like smartphones and computers, new city or country legislation, and new health prescriptions and procedures.